Hello, I'm Frida Staffer, YouTubeista. It's raining cats and dogs today. Thank you for joining me in the cats and dogs. Hello, I'm Frida Staffer, your friendly neighborhood Muslim woman. Thank you for stopping by and spending time with me.
Because I can.
Hello and happy Monday. I'm Frida Staffer. So I am going to cut up some vegetables for my butternut squash soup made in the Instant Pot today. So I'm going to pause you a minute so I can cut up my veggies. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn my Instant Pot on. It needs to be at saute, and then when it says hot, I will put the onions in. I put it on at saute. So while the Instant Pot heats to saute, I'm going to cut up the butternut squash. I was debating if I want to put a can of pumpkin in. I'm debating because I have enough squash for a little soup. I might have half of what it asks for. I guess I'll just go ahead and make half. The point is to really learn how to use the Instant Pot step by step. And I've used it a few times, but I never used any of the recipes that came with it. And I thought maybe I would learn something I didn't realize if I make a few recipes that they sent me with it. My sister bought me this Instant Pot for my birthday last year, and it's been in the cabinet, and I haven't forgotten about it, but it was just in the cabinet, and I just left it there for a while. But now I'm trying to think of ways to use it again. And I decided to start by using some of the original recipes, and then after I do some of these recipes, then I'll have more ideas about the capabilities that it has, because it is an original Instant Pot. My kind sister Leah got this for me for my birthday last year, and I decided to make a few videos. I have seen a lot of videos on YouTube with the air fryer, and I use my air fryer a lot. Now I want to use my Instant Pot a little bit too, sometimes, because it's interesting to change it up sometimes. And I do have a slow cooker as well, and a slow cooker recipe. I'm premiering a slow cooker recipe this week, but I want to begin with this Instant Pot recipe. This is the ginger and butternut squash soup, and I decided, since I have just 2 little sweet potatoes left, I'm going to cube them up and put them into. They are also in the same color and also full of nutritional value. So this is just going to add a little bit more to the soup, since I'm a little short on the squash. I'm just going to make half recipe. I don't need a full recipe. I don't know who in my family will eat it besides me. We'll see if they taste it and like it, then of course I'll let them have some. And I'm also debating, if I want to replace all or part. Oh, it says it is hot, so it's ready for the onion. I'm going to use dry sage because I don't have fresh sage. Okay, the onion is sauteing nicely. My eyes are tired today. I'm just keeping my reading glasses on to do this. Okay, salt and pepper. Salt. Kosher, that's kosher salt from the Dollar Tree. And this is my pepper grinder. I think I ordered this pepper grinder from Amazon a few years ago. And I keep refilling it with pepper. Bear in mind, I did not put any oil in here. The recipe just didn't say put oil here, so I didn't. Let's see where my nutmeg is. Nutmeg. Here it is. It calls for nutmeg later in the recipe. So for now, I'm going to finish cutting these sweet potatoes up. I love grating my own nutmeg. I don't like the kind that's already ground because usually it smells really old. But when I grate my own, it has a very fresh smell. I think this is a good amount of orange vegetables for this recipe. Yeah, I'm going to have a good amount of soup. If I don't have 4 pounds, it'll be okay. Now, I'm supposed to keep sauteing the onions until they're soft, and then saute a little of the squash before I pour the remaining ingredients in. Okay, they've sauteed a lot, so now I'm going to put a handful. It says scoot the onion to the side and use the squash, about a handful of squash to saute. Now I'm sauteing that for a bit, and then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. Here's my wonderful frozen ginger, and I'm grating it right into the container with the squash pieces. I was considering if I should put half coconut milk in instead of all broth. Maybe I could put some coconut milk, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, I think I have to go stir that. Okay, I'm almost done grating my ginger in. I love freezing ginger. It's so convenient and easy to grate it in instead of trying to chop it up. Sometimes the ginger root can get a little hard to chop if your knife isn't as sharp as it ideally should be. So there, I'm done with that. I'm going to put the garlic in. The recipe doesn't ask for garlic, but I want garlic in it. I'm going to go stir that pot again. It's getting nice and brown on the bottom. Now, I think I'm going to enjoy this. It must be good because ginger and butternut squash, some garlic, it just sounds so good. Warming on a faux snow day. Kind of cold outside, but not cold enough to snow here in Memphis, Tennessee. All right. Now, I'm going to grate a little nutmeg in. We don't want to overpower it. It could be really overpowering if you put too much. And we're just going to do a little. I like to grate this. I think that's it. Done. There. Now, I think I'm ready to put my other ingredients in. I'm going to put some jalapeno into it. The recipe didn't ask for jalapeno, but I want jalapeno, so I'm going to put it in. Why? Because I can. I have some stock here. I'm going to see how much it is and how much that turns out to me. Those are all clean dishes. All right. So I got 2 cups of broth, and oh wait, I did not put my sage in yet because I don't have fresh sage, so I waited until the broth was in to add the sage. Oh, sorry, my shoe squeaked. All right. All right. Oh, it's smelling quite good now with all those spices. Okay, now let's see what the recipe says. I believe that's enough liquid. I don't think I have to add coconut milk. Turn this piece of ginger into the freezer bag and return it to its home until I need it again. Okay, this one goes to the home of the dishes, and this goes back to its home until the next time I need some nutmeg. All right. So now close and lock the lid of the Instant Pot. Press manual and then use the plus or minus buttons to choose 10 minutes pressure cooking time. Okay, so I'm going to go do that now. So I had to get my sharps box down from the top shelf to discover where my upright, what are these? Immersion blender is. It's small. I got it from Walmart a few years ago, but it works. For what I've tried to do with it, it worked. Rolled off on the floor. Yeah, so I need that in a minute when the soup is done. Oh, that smell is awesome. It smells beautiful. from that Instant Pot. Okay, it's done. I just have to let it release some pressure, and then I'll take it out. And I'm looking for the handle of this thing. I can't find it. I wanted to use my immersion blender for the soup. So here is my other part of my immersion blender. It had two parts, one handle and two parts. Now, without the handle, these two parts are useless. I can't use my immersion blender and I can't use my mini chopper. So, I have a pretty good idea who did it. And that means I have to go look for a new one. A new set. This has been very useful to me over the years. I've had it for a few years now. I don't remember when I bought this, but I used it a lot. I used the immersion blender and I used the chopper. And I used to keep the handle here on the shelf or in the sharps box, and it is not in the sharps box, and it is not on the shelf anymore. So I have to look into that. Well, I'm really annoyed that someone apparently threw away or lost my immersion blender handle. But I'm going to try to mash it with potato masher, and then I'm going to beat it with a handheld mixer. I already released the pressure. I let it go into keep warm mode, and then I released the pressure. Now it's ready to open. It's hot. It's very, very hot. Yes. Okay. I'm very glad I didn't put any extra liquid. I just used the 2 cups I had. It looks like it has plenty of liquid, and it's very chunky. And now I'm going to mash it. I'm just going to mash it with my potato masher, and then it will be like a pulp. It's very, very soft, and it's all going together into this. Alright. But that would have been so easy if my immersion blender had worked. And look, it's missing. Alright. Done with this. And now it's a thick puree. So I'm going to go and pause you guys while I go beat this with the handheld. Alright, well, after I did all that, I found it. I found the handle. I should have known I'd find it when I'm done. Now, I'm going to use this cover that my sister gave me last year, and it goes, it covers the little pot so I can stick it in the fridge for later. And this is my bowl of soup, and I'm going to I'm toasting some sliced almonds to put on top, because I don't like pumpkin seeds much. I like toasted almonds better, so that's what I'm going to use for garnish. There's a story about my experience with pumpkin seeds. One time when I was very little, I don't know how old I was, maybe 10, my mom made some toasted pumpkin seeds in the oven, and I liked them so much I ate them. I ate a lot of them and I got sick. It made me sick because I ate too many. And I don't care. I never forget that. My whole life, I would not eat pumpkin seeds at all. So, because I remember how I felt and how it felt coming back up. Just don't want to do it again. And here are my sliced almonds toasting, and they'll be my garnish. I'm not going to use all of these. I'm making extra for later. These sliced almonds come from Aldi. Most of my ingredients came from Aldi, except for the squash. The squash was actually it grew in our yard. So it's organic because we didn't spray it. So there I am. There's my sliced almond garnish. I'm ready to eat it. It's a little spicy because I put jalapeno in it, seeds and all. I'm going to go enjoy this. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Because I can. I am Frida Staffer, YouTubeista. Thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me. Everything I do is because I can. So if you want to know why, it's because I can. Now in Pennsylvania Dutch, ich dus because ich kann.